Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com. And for everyone watching, share this video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with the Genitortures. How you doing today?
We're doing awesome.
It's great to have you. And I want to start off and say, you guys have been around for a long time. How has the band evolved over the years?
Oh my goodness. Well, that would take the Encyclopedia Britannica, and you're too young to know even what that is. So here's what I'm going to do. We started the band. I started the band in '86, and when I was in college, it really is just a dalliance because I was in pre-med and I wanted to get out of organic chemistry class once in a while and do something silly. But yeah, it was like seriously like no one's going to sign the Genitortures because that's fucked up. I was like, what can we do? It's the weirdest thing we can. Well, I'm just going to hang people from their testicles. But anyway, it was really just something just to kind of entertain myself. And it just, over time, we worked on it. It's changed. We've got many different elements, obviously, the show element, the music, and great players. So
Awesome. And did you ever expect the band to become as big as it has been?
Well, I was a fan before I was a member, so,
I think they all were.
Yeah. So
All I know is when I stayed at Chris's house, I just know there's a poster of me over his bed. You took the poster of me over your bed, and your mom is like, she goes, I know you. It's Chris's bed.
the first time I saw Jen was at Axis in Boston in '95, and you did this thing after the show when I met you. Let me see your hand. You did this like weird thing, like this, to my palm, and I think like looking back it was like you were marking me for some future thing somehow.
The power of Satan compels you. The power of Satan compels you. Could be that.
It was really scary then. You were nailing balls to stuff and really.
Well, there were no cell phone. Look, it's before the internet, cell phones, all that stuff. In the sense of like when we did a show, it wasn't like everybody had their phone out, and taking pictures. It was really like we locked doors. Once you were in, doors were locked.
once you were in, you were in.
And so we got away with a lot of stuff because of that, because it was a different time.
Did you guys pierce genitals on stage?
Many.
Back in the day, right?
No, we used to nail them down to boards and hang people from the ceiling. And
We've sewn some mouth shots.
we sew mouth shut. But anyway,
We still do some stuff.
we do that type of thing from time to time. Everything depends on the type of show we're doing and the venue and
Depends if it's like a concert or a fetish event, right? Where it's oriented.
Sure. Or if we're in Europe and anything goes in Amsterdam.
That's true.
Yep.
I want to say for you guys changed the show up off like the performance, like each tour.
Well, on this tour, we are playing a new song, which is pretty exciting. It's been a while, and we've gotten a really good response from it, so that's good. A lot of the things in the show stay the same over the years, but we always try to incorporate new elements and keep it fun for everyone.
A new song. It's been almost like a decade since an album release, right?
Yeah. So there are a couple new songs in the mix, and hopefully we can finish recordings and have a new EP or album out soon.
Now, there's been a lot of members come and go over the years. How do you think the band has stayed together as a whole?
I think everyone was kind of handpicked to carry on the legacy because when I say we, I mean Chris, Eric, and I, we were holding true to our positions and the sound that we were creating to be the Genitortures as Jen intends it to be. And, we're not going off and doing our own thing any more than we're just bringing ourselves to the table, which is still important. So we're staying true to the sound, we're staying true to the parts, but we're also bringing ourselves into it. But we're not outsiders. Jen didn't go over the resume and decide, oh, I want this guy necessarily. It was all because of connections. People knew people, found their way in, and we're trained basically for the part, honestly. So, and that's why it's tight,
Very, very organic in that regard, because I think that it says, especially if you think about, Chris was a fan. They were fans before they were in the band, and so you have a certain passion for the music and like recreating something or keeping it going. And I think that's really important, you know.
Yeah, I can tell you guys on stage were tight, had a good connection, fans loved it, energy was great.
Thank you so much. Yep.
Started playing together over 10 years ago now. So, you know, there is a lot of history in this incarnation of the band as well. So, you know, we just kind of find a way to click together, and it feels very natural.
Yeah, the tour was awesome. What do you have coming up next? Because it's the last show of the tour?
Yeah, this is just kind of just to get blow the cobwebs out, so to speak, because, you know, obviously 2020, you know, there wasn't anything going on. And, you know, it's just too bad because, you know, we really had a great 2019, went out with Lords of Acid. Yeah. We had a fantastic tour with them. We did our own tour after that. And 2020 was really set up to do quite a bit. And we canceled so many things. This, the Unconvention is the only show that we didn't cancel. We postponed. Everything else we canceled because I don't, you know, and they were just like really like, no, we're still going to do it. And so we're really excited to, you know, we could come here and make this happen for everybody here. So
I want to ask, is there a new album in the works?
There's always a new album in the works. Depends on what day it is.
So a lot of material then.
We have a lot of materials. For example, like we're out right now playing Scars and Stripes. That was a song we wrote so many years ago, and it's very interesting because I was going to put it on the last record, so it was going to go on Blackheart Revolution, and actually it was our producer. I had all the tracks there, and he was like, you know what, Jen, put that on the next record because this is like kind of like a quintessential moment. You know, it was something that was, you know, a really special song that the whole album is going to revolve around. So especially now and after, you know, the pandemic and 2020, I mean, I got chills when I went back and listened to the lyrics. It was written so long ago, and I'm like, holy shit. It's like, it was written for like now. So things sometimes happen for a reason, and I think it's the right time.
Yeah, now if people want to look you up online, get your music, find you on social media, how do they do that?
Genitortures.com. You can't unsee us. I mean, it's like, you just have to spell it right. Actually, if you misspell it, you'll still find us. Because we're not famous, we're infamous. It's a difference.
It's interesting what else will come up in your search, though.
It's fun.
Yeah, you guys are a fun band, so.
We have a great time. This has been fun. And you know, next year we're gonna be planning a lot more things, and you know, hopefully the world will get a little bit more back to normal, and we can get back out there. We had a great run in Texas, did a couple little shows here, and gonna get back at it.
Awesome. Well, look forward to what you have coming up in the future, and everybody check them out.